Hi, my name's Bob Rankin. I'm an artist and art educator. I've been teaching and painting for almost 40 years now, and I absolutely am crazy about what I'm doing. I do a lot of representational work. I do seascapes, I do landscapes, mountainscapes, all sorts of different things. I was trained formally at ECU where you had to know the rules in order to break the rules. So we had figure drawing, we had figure studies that had to be perfect, we had portraits that we had to do and they had to be perfect. And then once I got away from that, I used the color theory that I learned, and I, being a very free spirit, really enjoyed creating abstract paintings. And so I've created a quick one here. It's still wet. I just finished it about 5 minutes ago. And we're going to talk about sewing your composition together. How do you add a little bit more excitement to a composition? So I've used a lot of paint here because you know in acrylics that it has a tendency to really dry quickly. So I'm going to go ahead, and one way of doing that is scraping through some of the paint that you've created on the surface and revealing some of that undersurface. Then using that and repeating it several times. Well, repetition is one form of sewing your composition together. And when you're doing that, here I'm going to move this around, and I'm almost using the side of the palette knife as a printing method. But you can see that this creates a rhythm all the way through your composition. So that's one way. Another way is to pick up some of the lighter values and print those on the side of some of the darker values. And you can see that I still have a little of that magenta and a little bit of that yellow mixed in there as well. Another way of doing this is I'll come back in with a fine brush, and this is all in your starter set, my starter set, that I hope that you'll be able to buy. And of course I go into great detail about this on my abstraction diptych painting DVD that you'll be able to purchase. It's just, it's a great way of understanding how something quick like this can turn into something really energetic and beautiful to look at. So I picked up some of this color, which is a combination of phthalo blue and yellow, and now I'm going to be coming back in with a linear element, almost like you're sewing in really thick thread, and bring that all the way across. If I've done it there, that's rather military-esque in terms of an approach. I'm going to loosen it up a little bit, come back in, loosen my brush stroke up, and see what happens with that. And you can see that creates a new vitality and a whole new energy level. Now that's two different ways of sewing your composition together. If you have really strong edges and you want to combine those together, then it could be that you come back in with pencil, rough up that surface a little bit, bring that over here, and you can see that that acts as a sewing method as well. Same thing I could do over here, and then bring this all the way down so it leads the viewer right to your signature. So those are just three very simple, very basic ways of sewing your abstract composition together. Try it at home. I think you'll really enjoy it.